40th Rotary Art Spectacular, and that is what it is. This is not an art show, this is an art spectacular. You can gather around a little bit closer to the stage if you're listening in the back of the building. Come up to the front where you would have come through the doors and paid your registration and everything else, but there's also the People's Choice box, because of course with an art spectacular like this, we have a number of awards and prizes to give away for the night. 300 entries on display. There was a record number of over 760 all up for this 40th edition of the Rotary Art Spectacular, which is just an incredible result, I think you'd all agree. And the tough job of the judges and their panel and the work that they've done. Art and beauty always in the eye of the beholder, whether you agree with the judges or not, that'll be an interesting one. And of course, all this is available to buy, so open up your wallets, or maybe there's a blank cheque sitting in your back pocket. The proceeds going to the Royal Flying Doctor Service, which is a fantastic organisation. So if you look at the 40-year history of the Art Spectacular, it's raised over $2 million for charitable organisations. That is worthy of a round of applause. Yes, I think it is. Thank you, ma'am, for starting us off tonight. I almost feel like an auctioneer saying that, don't I? But yeah, $2 million in 40 years, and we're adding to that tally tonight and over the next week as well for the Royal Flying Doctor Service, who do such amazing work right across the state. So, as part of the formal proceedings, I would like to acknowledge the District Governors of District 9600, Wendy Prothero, and District 9630, Jitendra Prasad and his wife Nim from Rotary. And of course, the Art Spectacular is organised by the Rotary Clubs of Stones Corner, Hamilton and Brisbane High Rise, who meet just around the corner here at the Marriott. I don't know what day of the week, if you want to join, on Thursday mornings. There you go, thank you very much, Russell. My name's Craig Zonka. I host the breakfast radio show for ABC here in Brisbane. So I was up this morning at about 2:45, and I'm still standing now. Thanks to 5 coffees for the day. Oh, thank you very much, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you also to the local barista down the road from the ABC office for keeping me going. As I mentioned, this year's charity is the Royal Flying Doctor Service, and it gives me great pleasure to say their Deputy Chair, Russell Postle, is here tonight, along with the CEO, Meredith Stabe, and the Chief Marketing Officer for the RFDS, Ian Finlayson, as well. And a big thank you to the RFDS staff who you might be seeing around tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, not just put your hands together for Rotary, but put your hands together for the RFDS. This is adding to the tally. I think ABC, we raised close to 200,000 for the RFDS late last year. I lost my beard as part of that process. I've had to grow it back. It's a lot greyer than it was last year. I think that's what happens when you wake up so early in the morning or you're organising a wedding. A big thanks to our sponsors as well tonight. The exhibition sponsor, AIM Lab. Chris Whitaker is here from AIM Lab. Round of applause for our sponsors tonight. Our opening night sponsor, MGD Wealth. I think Stephen Finesse and Andrew Albury are here from MGD Wealth. Round of applause, please. So just warming you up for when we have the prize winners. And some of the artists are here amongst us tonight too. The RFDS Field Days sponsor, which is Talaria Capital. James Mead's here from Talaria Capital. Round of applause. Prize sponsors as well, Shadforth Financial Group, Investors Mutual and Horizon, and along with the screen sponsors this evening as well. We need to pass on our thanks to the owners of CP1, Central Plaza 1. What a great space it is, the lobby. And I love that it just echoes around. This is superb. I should do a radio show from here. ISPT, Super Property and JL as being the owners of this spectacular property and the managers as well, and providing the venue for the art show. And our caterers this evening, ACS and wine sponsor, Greg Cooley Wines. I love that this is a Monday night and already people are into the wines. You know how to make people part with their money, Richard, don't you? You know, a couple of rosés and who knows what could happen. All the art that you see tonight on display is for sale. So if you like the look of it, it could be hanging up in your lounge room by tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow, it's got to stay here on display for a week, and then it will end up on your lounge room wall. If you see something you like, snap it up. Don't leave it to someone else. get in first. Get in first, bid early, get your money across the desk. It helps the Royal Flying Doctor Service and Rotary as well. And there are other ways you can support us tonight as well. I've just realised that I need to go and renegotiate my contract to afford most of the art pieces that you see around here. So instead I'll be buying a raffle ticket, and you can as well. And a big thank you to our student volunteers from St James College, who you might have already seen circulating through the lobby of CP1. If you haven't yet, they will be soon. And please, I think tickets are $5 for $20. $5 for $20, that's a bargain in anyone's terms, isn't it? Okay, let me turn the page and get started by introducing you to the chairman of the 2019 Rotary Art Spectacular. Please put your hands together for Richard Edwards.
Thanks, Craig. And aren't we fortunate tonight to have Craig emceeing the event. This guy gets out of bed 3ish in the morning. He's on air very early, and I'm sure a lot of us wake up in the morning to Craig's dulcet tones. Thank you very much, Craig. It's great to have you, and appreciate your contribution to the event tonight. I won't go through all the sponsors again, but as Craig indicated, these events don't happen without the great sponsors we have, and we appreciate every one of them for their contribution to make the event as it is. Welcome to everyone. We hope you have a great night. We have goodly numbers here, and importantly, we have a great show. If you look around the art is fantastic every year, but each year it seems to step up a notch. And please help yourself around. If you see something you like, run over to the sales desk here. You'll see some people on my left over here. They'll help you in negotiating your credit card and arranging for you to purchase one of these lovely pieces of art before the one you like gets sold. As indicated, it's the 40th anniversary of the event, and Rotary's been doing this for a long, long time, obviously, and over that time we've been able to give to charities in excess of $2 million. Doesn't sound a lot of money in today's terms, but you do it 40 years ago, and it's been quite a journey, and we look forward to ongoing art spectaculars that enable this event to happen, being the joint venture of the 3 Rotary clubs, and appreciate the hard work from all the Rotarians, their friends and partners. This doesn't happen without a lot of effort, and we appreciate all that contribution. Craig indicated the number of artists, which is a record number this year, I believe, and number of entries, a record number. We have 300 odd on display here, and 760 odd available, including that 300 online. So go to our website and that'll take you through to our online sales, should you not be able to see something here that you like tonight, because there's other offerings online. So please don't forget that. These events don't happen, and it's a lot of thank yous from me, but I really appreciate the contribution from our curator, Brett Lethbridge. Brett? This is the 5th year Brett has been involved in our art shows, and he each year steps it up another notch. And Brett, we really appreciate your professional contribution. It's fantastic. He assisted along the way by all his people, his gallery, and Simone Linson is our art coordinator. So Simone, thank you very much for all the hard work you do. Really appreciate it. It's great. We have a panel of judges, and we'd like to thank each and every one of those 3 judges that came in on Sunday, Mother's Day, and made selections and conferred, and we'll be hearing their deliberations later on tonight. But judges, thank you for your time and efforts and your skills that you've brought to this event. It's highly professional, and we really respect and thank you. each art show we've had over the years, we've partnered with a well worthwhile organisation, and this year it's RFDS Queensland Section. We're really fortunate that such an organisation can find different areas where organisations like us can assist. And one of the things is the wellbeing program they have in the way of field days for those people in remote and rural areas of Queensland who have had tough times. They have good times, but they've had a lot of tough times. And the RFDS's Field Day programs is designed to help them in their wellbeing. And we're really proud to partner with them today on this event. We also appreciate their contribution because our partners in these events partner in a lot of senses, and the administration of this show, a lot of thanks has to go to Ian Finlayson, his dedicated staff for the work they've done in helping us get where we are tonight. Thank you, RFDS, and we like your contribution. Thank you. There's all this wonderful art for sale, but we also have something a bit different tonight, and we have a silent auction. On this easel over here is an original prepared by an artist who submits art to our show on a regular basis. He is a Rotarian as well. It's Phil Goff. And we really appreciate Phil's effort in donating this work of art, which is obviously original of a Tanzanian lady, vibrant colours, and it's something that Phil captured when he was in that region of Tanzania. Now I know there's some Rotarians in the meeting here, in the room here, that have been to Tanzania with Bill Phillips, Phil, and a few other people, and I'm sure this will bring back some memories. So don't be shy, come forward. It's a silent auction, so you don't have to do too much about that. All you have to do is put your name, your contact details, and a price on it. So happens we have an opening bid at $750, but this work of art has sold previously, this type of work, for thousands of dollars, and I encourage you to have a look at it. We will have this available until Friday night, so please have a look, put down a bid, and help us. The proceeds, of course, like everything here, goes to Rotary charities and RFDS. So I just encourage everyone to buy. There's some raffle tickets out there still. Support the young people from the school. Buy some raffle tickets, and we have some wonderful prizes that will be drawn before the night's done. Thank you all. Enjoy the night. Enjoy the food and wine. And enjoy the art. And please don't be hesitant coming forward. You see a number of red stickers out there. Get your red sticker on a piece of art now. See our people on my left over here, and they will definitely help you to manage through the sale. Thank you all very much, and thank you, Craig.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep that applause going for Richard Edwards. An incredible job that he has done in pulling together, along with the other Rotarians, this 2019 Brisbane Rotary Art Spectacular. Now I'm going to ask you to do a favour for me, because this is quite a loud environment. It's hard to control crowds in such a big space as CP1. Can I ask everyone, because there's all this empty space in front of us here, and we want to feel like rock stars. So can I ask everyone to make 3 steps forward, at least 3 steps forward, so we can fit in a few more people as well. That's it, come in nice and close. I can give you a rain jacket. I don't really spit that much, but come in nice and close. That's it. This is much more intimate now, isn't it? And I can go into a lower voice as well if that works, ladies and gentlemen. Come in nice and close. That's right. Like we're creating an intimate late night radio show. That's right. Come in nice and close. Okay, so you've heard about the work of Rotary and what they are doing as part of the Art Spectacular. Very soon you'll hear from Brett with the prize winners tonight. But I'd like to introduce you to the Deputy Chairman of the Royal Flying Doctor Service.
Thank you, Craig. Yes, tonight the money that's being raised will support what the RFDS does. Here in Queensland, we operate with 23 aircraft looking after the people of this state, and based all around various locations: Brisbane, Rockhampton, Bundaberg, Townsville, Cairns, Charleville, Mount Isa, Roma. And these aircraft are there to support, as well as our dental truck. But tonight, the money that is being raised through this particular art show is going to a very particular project or series of projects. Something that started fairly new, and it is, as Richard referred to, the Wellness Out West. It's a campaign that we're launching, and it has no funding from anywhere else. So the money that comes from this art show goes direct into our, what we call our field days, where we can turn up in a small community onto a small property, and the surrounding properties or those in that community come together, and our team of medicos and staff can catch up with the people that are there, those who would otherwise not venture into town to see a doctor. But instead they'll come and they'll participate in the field day, and it'll give the chance for our team to meet with them and to assess and to help them. And it may be something in a simple medical sense, but it may also be more to help them cope with the challenges that they face every day in the world they live in. So be it drought, flood. It seems crazy that you can have some in drought and some in flood in the same, under the same jurisdiction. But that's what we have today. The RFDS delivers emergency retrievals, yes, where we go and retrieve someone who's injured and fly them to a medical centre. But we also uplift those who are in need of a higher level of care between hospitals, and we also provide the primary health care. In many of those communities, we are the doctor. We go out and we provide the support to those towns and provide that. And that's where the field days fit in, because they're able to be an extension of those primary health care, where we take the psychologist and we take the dietitian, but they do it in a very casual, relaxed manner, where they just say, "How you going?" and have a chat. And from that comes the ability to help identify people that are maybe struggling with what life is presenting them. And so today, what comes out of this art show is that we will have the Rotary Field Days, where the Rotary logo will be there. And if someone would like to support it, yes, you can have your own field day badged with your name or your corporate. But it's something that's really special, and our crew out of Charleville and the like are so excited to deliver these field days where, are we making a difference? Too right. You can see it with those that we meet, and it is something very, very important. So thank you to you all tonight being here supporting this. Thank you to those who are buying the paintings and who are just supporting the RFDS in our delivery. As Craig mentioned, in December last year, we were blessed to be the recipient of the ABC Christmas Appeal, and it raised just short of 200,000 that we're able to put some brand new equipment onto our aircraft. It was really, really exciting, because the medical equipment keeps getting smaller and more sophisticated, which really works well. So it was a really wonderful outcome for that. But tonight, the progress won't go towards the purchase of equipment, but rather the delivery of the field days out in those smaller communities. And on behalf of the RFDS and all of those whom we serve, we thank you.
RFDS, another round of applause. Let's make it nice and loud this time. Thank you very much. That's what I like. Okay, and I just bought the winning raffle tickets. So everybody, no, I'm joking. Make sure you buy yours as well as the students from St. Joseph's. No, hang on. St. James, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's like being on Talkback Radio. Someone always rings up very quick to correct me. Don't you worry about that. 1300 222 612, the phone number, or you can text 0467 922 612. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you want to find out who the winners are here as well, the most awarded artists. And a round of applause, please, because I know there are a number of artists here tonight who are exhibiting. I think they deserve just the biggest round of applause you can muster, maybe a cheer or two. If someone's a good whistler, there we go. I love that. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Brett Lethbridge, pardon me, is the curator of the Art Spectacular, has been for the past few years. He also has his own gallery. If you haven't been there, put it on your must-do list of Brisbane. Go in there with a credit card with plenty of credit on it though, let me tell you. But Brett, I'll introduce you to come and talk about what you've been looking for as the curator of the Spectacular. Why we're seeing these 300, and there's still another, 400 odd entries that you can still buy as well, that are listed on the website, and about the winning pieces, which are, well, they truly live up to the spectacular name of this art show. Brett, it's over to you.
Hello everyone. Thank you very much, Craig. And yes, I'm glad you added that last point, because the people here who I'd like to give a shout out to and a great big thanks is the artists. It is actually the artists who are the greatest supporters of this particular show and this particular prize. And it is actually an honour which I hold dear, is to see all the artists' work come in and carefully go through it, and then find a place, select the ones that are going to go in the show, and find a place to put them. The other thing that I didn't anticipate, which would be such a pleasure, is to do this over a period of time. This, I think, is my 5th year as part of the Rotary. But as all people know who practice art, you realise that this is something that develops and grows and changes over time. And when I look through each artist's work and I see what they've done, and I can compare it to my memory from years ago, and when I see the artists shine and take on more courageous subjects, build the depth of their subject and the way that they compose their picture and the skills with which they execute it, it's very something special. And I realise that I'm in a unique position of seeing that. And I'm really grateful for that every day. So thank you, Rotary, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you to the sponsors as well. But at the deepest and heartfelt thank you to the artists who support us and allow me to have that, not influence, but to take part in their life and their artistic journey. So that's what I have to say today. Then the next is a word to the judges. This year we had 3 judges, which we do every year, and they are Dr. Lorraine Marshalsea. She is the Honours Program Director at the QCA. We have Angela McCormack, who is a former director of the Churchy Art Prize and now Head of Art at Brisbane Grammar School. And we have Moston Bramley Moore, who is the former Head of Painting at QCA and an internationally acclaimed and recognised artist in his own right. And the 3, we split up the judging and we gave 2 each. So of the 6 categories we have tonight, we have 3D, mixed media, best watercolour, best acrylic, best oil, and best in show. So we might, without further ado, we might head on, and we'll start with a 3D category. And when I read out the winners, some people are not here, but most are, then I'd ask you, if you're the winner, to come up onto the stage, and we'll get a photograph, and if there's a sponsor of the award, we'll get a photograph with them too. And then we'll move on, and I've got judges' comments here as well. So best 3D. Best 3D, the judge said that as a ceramic artist, to achieve a crystalline gaze on a clay vessel such as this in a technique is a feat in itself. It was a beautiful form with a considered palette which enhances the shape. And this year the winner is Melissa Prendergast for Emerald Fountain. So congratulations to Melissa. So over there on the light boxes, I'm pretty sure Melissa's not here tonight, but if she is, make yourself known. But if not, we might just keep the chat. Right, we'll move right along to Best Watercolour. Best Watercolour this year is sponsored by Horizon. And we have, firstly, I'll read out the commendation, which is to Cynthia Stewart. Cynthia, that doesn't mean you've won, sadly, but there is a strong commendation for your work by the judge. For the memory of the scene at Bullcock Beach, faithfully capturing all the action of kite surfers at the beach, a truly special image of a beloved place, says the judge. Now the winner has described the winning watercolour as a joyful illustration of our natives in all their brightly coloured glory. The scene is immersive, the medium used is bold and intensely coloured surface, and her technique is unique, and the result is mesmerising. And tonight, that winner of Best Watercolour is Pat Hall. Congratulations. It's for the one called Honey that's in the corner, the gum leaves and the bird coming forward. Come up here, Pat. On the horizon. And if you want to just... Beautiful work, thank you, Pat. Up next, Best Mixed Media. This is a large category and it involves drawing, pastel, collage, and a new entry category this year, which is digital media. A lot of artists that I come across now work with photographically based artworks, and we thought we need to give them a place to shine. And the Rotary Show is just the perfect place to integrate them amongst what has usually been traditional media. Now, of the winning work, the judge has said that they thought the artist's artwork showed an innovative balance of materials by using embroidery and wax with photography. The artist has considered a different approach to using the lens in a painterly fashion and with a clear sensitivity and softness in their work. And tonight, the winner of Best Mixed Media is Marissa Veerman, or Beatrix, which is just over there. Come on up, Marissa. Superb work. We don't have a sponsor of that award, but we have a check. Put that there. We're going to create a photo of Craig. And there's a commendation to Chloe Waddell. The next up is Best Acrylic Painting. And that is sponsored by Shadforth Financial Group. So if there's a representative from Shadforth, please come up. The judges' comments, there's a commendation goes to Alan Morrison for his captivating abstract work. That's the one just around the corner there. And tonight, the judges' comments on the winning work is the artist's work is an evocative scene, painted in with meticulous attention to detail. The twilight composition invites the viewer to wonder about what will happen next. It's that transitory time when the street lights turn on and the events unfolding of an evening. However, the scene is not disturbing, but rather a representation and shows a strong sense of place that seems deeply familiar and personal. And so tonight, the winner of Best Acrylic is Riley P. for Freedom at Last Light, which is the painting just over here. Thank you, Riley. The next category is Best Oil. This one, the judges said that they were very impressed by the celebration of oil paint and the brooding power of this modestly sized canvas. In particular, he was struck by the combination of subdued, understated elements. For example, its palette and composition and provocative imagery. This is a painting that evokes a range of challenging connotations and it lingers in the memory. And tonight, the winner of Best Oil is Liam Hollinger for Stray Dog. And the sponsor is Investors Mutual. If investors want to come up, I'm not sure if Liam is here. He did get some notes. Stephen Furness could come up. Is Liam here tonight? Yes, Liam, come on up. Thank you and congratulations, Liam. And now we come to the last of the night, the Best in Show. There were 3 commendations given tonight. One was Anita Hochman The other was Claire Purser, and the other was Matthew Dobson. The judge said of this work that it was in their view, and the sponsor is AIM Lab, so if they'd like to come up, we can give them the check before I read the judge's comments. Thank you. Now, the judges said in their view, this painting is marvellously complete. He imagines it began with a photographic source material of some kind, and the fading light and the myriad small details must have seemed an interesting challenge. But then, through the thousands of individual decisions and meticulous process, it has become much more than a photograph. Now, when we look at the work, we know, of course, that it's a painting on board, but we are, I think, prepared to suspend disbelief, just as we do when the curtain goes up on a stunning stage setting at the opera, or when we view a particularly successful scene in a movie or on a large screen. We leave behind thoughts of the artist methodically applying small strokes of paint, and through some mysterious alchemy. This is the $10,000 winner, and it is Freedom Service Station at Last Light by Riley P. Congratulations, Riley. If you'd like to come back up again. Well done. Congratulations, Riley P. The painting is over here. I think it's magnificent. Thank you so much, and big congratulations to Riley P. That is my job for tonight. Other than to thank everyone to come here, I'll hand over to Craig.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Brett Lethbridge, who has curated the Art Spectacular again, the 5th year in a row. Pop by his gallery as well, but I'm sure you'll agree, Brett, and along with the judging panel, did a phenomenal job in picking out the very best that are on display, and you can still purchase those and many others through the Art Spectacular website. Put your hands together once more for Brett